Holy flippity flip flop flap and smokes, everyone. This is a quick urgent breaking news update. What we are seeing right now is China and Hong Kong stock market completely collapse. Now, I've been covering extensively on the channel how this evergreen crisis and what's going on with all the shutdowns that's happening in China is going to lead to a stock market crash in China, and it's also going to lead to a housing market crash, and then it'll ultimately lead to the economy absolutely plummeting. But in today's video, I'm going to go over specifically how the markets in China have fallen over 5% alone today and how they're in a painful bear market and the crash has already begun. So everyone, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. Look at this, everyone. Hong Kong's index drops more than 5% as investors monitor China's new COVID wave. But it's not only this, people. We've seen a huge crackdown on the tech sector in China. We've seen GE crack down on pretty much everything. And this is causing a lot of investors to all of a sudden step away from China, and they're not confident investing in these Chinese companies anymore. Look what else is happening. China's COVID lockdown could threaten half of its economy. China is currently undergoing a wave of COVID infections, its worst outbreak since the country clamped down on the pandemic in 2020, and places including the major city of Shenzhen are rushing to limit business activity. And look at this, everyone. The Hong Kong Hang Seng Index is down 32% over the past year. So many people ask me, look, Michael, when's the crash going to happen? People, it is already happening right now. Also, if we look at this, the Shanghai index, that is down 2.6% today. And if we really bring out the chart here, we can see the Shanghai index has never recovered since the peak in 2007. It is still down around roughly 41%. And this is why I've been warning investors that the market doesn't always recover the next year, next 2 years, next 5 years. There is periods in the markets where stocks don't recover for 10 to 15 years. Hong Kong Hang Seng Index dropped 5.42%, leading losses among the region's major markets as Chinese tech stocks took a major beating. Tencent fell 9.4%, Alibaba slipped 11%, and Meituan plunged 16.4%. The Hang Seng Tech Index tumbled more than 11%. And I don't know if you remember, but remember Charlie Munger telling everyone to jump into Alibaba? Well, it looked like it hasn't turned out well for him. And unfortunately, I think he's been very friendly with China for the past 10, 20 years. So I don't know if there's some influence there as well. But people, you have to have a look at this. Wall Street's China stock rout is nearing dot-com crash levels. Index of US listed Chinese shares have fallen 72% from peak, and Xi's alliance with Putin boosts risks of holding China stocks. That is absolutely crazy, people. Down 72%. I don't know about you, but things are starting to look very similar to the dot-com crash, what we're seeing in China now, and we're also seeing this in the high-growth tech stocks in the Nasdaq. Many Nasdaq tech stocks are down over 60% now. Listen to this. Now they're merged in a 72% plunge that's on the cusp of matching losses during the 2008 financial crisis, and within spitting distance of the Nasdaq Composite Index 78% peak to trough slump during the early 2000s dot-com bust. Alibaba Holding Ltd alone has lost nearly 500 billion of value since mid-February, the biggest wipeout of shareholder wealth worldwide. Now look at this, everyone. It is now down 72%. Absolutely getting decimated. But many investors are saying, okay, well, is this the bottom in China, and should we start taking advantage of these huge cheap stock prices? Well, things could just be about to get much worse, everyone. Bad news keeps piling up. US officials say Russia has asked China for military assistance for its war in Ukraine. Traders worry that Beijing's potential overturn toward Putin could bring global backlash against Chinese firms, even sanctions. Now, this is a scenario I don't think investors are prepared for right now. If we see all of a sudden China start helping out with Russia, and then all of a sudden US and Europe start placing sanctions on China. And I think the sell-off that we saw today in China when all other markets were up was maybe investors are thinking this could become a real possibility. Now, just very quickly, I want to let you all know I've had huge amounts of demand for me to start my own private community so I can have more one-on-one time with you guys. I get emails every single day, people asking me questions on what should they do, my thoughts on the markets, more up-to-date live reactions to the markets. So what I've decided to do is start my own private community right here on YouTube, where I'm going to be doing market open live streams on Monday. So when the markets open on Monday, I'll do a live stream plus Q&A, and also on Friday I will do a market close and Q&A. And on Monday I'll just talk about my thoughts, what I think is going to happen in the markets that week, and then on Friday I'll give my thoughts about what happened in the market that week. And this will also give opportunity for you to ask plenty of questions. So the way you can get access to this is hit the join button on YouTube, and then it'll give you options to join the market open live Q&As. This is less than $1 US. I wanted to make it affordable for you guys. I've seen YouTubers charge up to $100 for this kind of access, and I didn't want to charge you thousands of dollars for a course either. So everyone, if you join now, I'm going to be starting these live streams on the 21st this month, March, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So the people that join first, the live streams will be less crowded, so we'll be able to have more one-on-one time, and I'll be able to answer more and more of your questions in depth. Okay, now back to the video. So again, people, we continue to see the markets absolutely plummet in China, with the Hong Kong index down over 30%. I think investors are starting to get worried that there may possibly be sanctions placed on China if they do start helping out Russia. There's also the issues that could come eventually, which I hope they never do come, with Taiwan. This new COVID outbreak in China is going to affect us in the West is this is going to make these supply chain issues much, much worse. So if I was you, I would start stocking up on supplies now. Like I've been warning about for months now, if you did this, you'll be saving on fuel costs if you had your own fuel stored, and also food costs, because food costs are going to continue to skyrocket. And what this means for the markets in the US is this is going to be more and more problems for the Federal Reserve, because they can't fix these supply chain issues in China by printing more money. So everyone, this was just a quick breaking news update. What do you think about this? Let me know. Now, for all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.